muscles your communication. Yeah, maybe not with a dumbbell, okay, because you don't want to be a dumbbell. You want to be a smart bell. But that being said, add some muscle to it in the process. Here's something simple. If you don't have time to get it right the first time, when will you have time to get it right the second time? Take time to revise. I pulled in the parking lot one morning, Vice Chancellor of Human Resources. I got a phone call at 7:19 a.m. Nobody knew except a few people that I showed up early for work. So I pulled in and I got a phone call from a panicked IT director. He sat there and says, this guy sent out this email and it really was for you. It's about an employee's bad behavior and how he wants to fire her. Except he carbon copied 108 other managers. Lawsuit, 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 lawsuit. That flashed in my head. I thought, okay, can you kill it? He says, it's already out. I'll put it. So what happened was they put a worm in the system. I don't know what that means even electronically. And it started eating the emails, except some of those emails of the 108 people that were copied on it, went out and they went off of our server into a different server. So about 7 of them still had the email and they could print it and keep it. It's always bad news when you say really dumb things on email. He didn't get it right. He sent it out literally at 7:24. I'll never forget it because I'm sitting in my car watching the clock go tick, 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 and I'm talking to the director. I'm holding my head in my hand thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be a disaster. It's going to hit the front page of the papers. He calls up. He's crying on the phone. What do I do? What did I do? I says, number one, don't ever do this again. Did you learn the lesson? Yes, the whole process. He could see his whole career ending. I could too. I was worried about mine. Okay, so that whole process, by the time it was all done, get it right the first time. Did you hear the message? Don't do sloppy work because you'll pay a price for it. Be careful what you do. And that whole copy a million people on it, it's always bad news. Typically, I've never seen anything really good come out of it unless it's a very formal communication, unless it's really well read. If you don't have time to get it right the first time, when are you going to ever get it right the second time? Because you won't. You'll just let it sit and keep on going. Keep it short and simple. That's what KISS stands for. Trite phrases deserve whiteout. Don't say those things because all that happens, people will roll their eyes. You won't be able to see it because you put it in writing. Short, nice, but to the point. By the time you're all done, use that 3x3 rating. Edit, proofread, evaluate. Edit, proofread, evaluate. Edit, proofread, evaluate. You can make a chant on it if you want to, or you can actually get a tattoo and put it in your forearm right over here. Edit, proofread, tattoo. Nobody notices except you and me, and that's what I have underneath my shirt sleeve. I have that. And by the time we're all done, edit, proofread, evaluate. Rarely is the first or second version of a message satisfactory. I told you the story about the dean and how a dean that I didn't like helped me be a better communicator. Learn from my mistake in really treating that dean poorly, although if you see him treat him poorly, but that being said, he helped me a lot by getting me to sit down and have people review my important messages, having them proofread before they go out, and because you're having a different mindset look at it, it's going to help you communicate better. You're better off writing something and then coming back to it later to revise it. If you're really angry and you have high emotion, that is not the time to create a message and go, push it out. You're better off writing it on email, not texting it on email. Leave the two blank. Don't put anybody's name there. Don't put anybody's name in the carbon copy. Leave it all blank. Write it, go home, sleep on it, and then come back the next morning. You will find the world has changed. Your temperament has changed. And a lot of times you're going to edit that or delete the entire email. Make certain the first or second message, rarely is that ever satisfactory. Take time to do it well. Be that professional. Add muscle, relevancy, strength to communication. Revise for conciseness. It saves reading time and money. Time is money in the world of business. Messages that are written directly and efficiently are easier to read, easier to comprehend. And sometimes you go out and you have this issue. The revision process, look for other ways to say what you mean. I'm going to give you a series of different ways to eliminate some flabby work. At this point in time, now, due to the fact that, because, in very few cases, seldom, despite the fact that, soon, in the near future, although, get rid of those flabby things because people don't like it. It's going to make you look weak. You don't want to look weak. You want to look strong. That's about adding muscle. Limit long lead-ins. This is to let you know that Monday is a holiday. Why do you need to say this is to let you know? Monday is a holiday. I am sending this email. Duh. Yeah, I got the email to announce that our internal audit begins on January 5th. Our internal audit begins on January 5th. Eliminate those excess words. It's flabby, it's junk words, it's words that does not belong in the world of business. You want to get right to the point. You're not charging people by the word, unless you're a lawyer. There are at least 10 candidates who applied for that position. You don't need to say there are at least 10 candidates applied for that position. It was Becca Lopez who was finally selected. Becca Lopez was finally selected. It's so much easier. And oh, by the way, did you see that the sentence structure is shorter? Remember what we talked about? The shorter the sentence, the more it's comprehended. Reject redundancy. Combine together. Don't they mean the same thing? Combined. Exact same. Isn't that mean exact or same? My personal opinion. My opinion. Refer back. Refer. Get rid of the words that are not necessary, and you'll be a better writer, and people will listen to you more because you're getting rid of junk words. Your writing should be more concise, slash the wordy expressions, for example. In view of the fact that sales are booming, in all probability, profits will increase. Wow. In view of the fact that because sales are booming, profits will probably increase. It's so much easier. Long lead-ins, get rid of them, chop them out, take a knife to your paper. Probably not. That wouldn't be very good. Take a red pen to your paper. Red kind of ticks people off. Take a dark pen to your paper and scratch out words as you go through. Drop the unnecessary fillers. There is or are. It was getting to point. Redundancies, expressions that repeat, meaning, unnecessary words. Eliminate the empty words and phrases, case, degree, to factor, instance, nature, quality. Eliminate them. You know, here's something I learned this from another professor about the aspect of microblogging. Twitter drove me crazy for the longest time because people were saying stuff, and a lot of it is unintelligent. Remember we talked about the intelligent opinion? But on Twitter, what was nice is she said, instead of doing a blog, you can just do a Twitter thing and just have a really short expression on a daily basis, and it can act just like your blog, and you'll get a following, and the audience is much bigger. That is smart moves, it's smart marketing. So Twitter, Instagram, even Facebook, in that process, look at what's out there and start thinking about social media messages. But if you talk too much, your message is lost because there's so many other voices out there. It's a matter of flip, flip. I got my phone. You want them to stop on your post because your post is very interesting. Regardless of the messaging platform, conciseness is critical. Otherwise, they'll sit down there and they're just going to zip past you, and your message is totally gone and worthless to them and that potential customer. Include your main ideas and useful information. Choose descriptive but short words. Personalize it if you can. Use hashtags to be categorized around topics and easier to find. Okay, put people inside your posts so it actually show up on their post and they can share it by the time you're all done for Instagram. Be prepared to have different versions to get that conciseness. Eliminate the flabbiness. Just have muscle. Okay, keep your words concise with each one meaning something relevant. Take care.